You're watching footage of Israel's bombing of Beirut, which is the capital of Lebanon. This is potentially a disastrous situation and could escalate to broader war in the Middle East. Now, this was Israel's response to what they believe was Hezbollah targeting, Israel's territory, doing a strike that ended up killing 12 individuals in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The 12 individuals who died were mostly teenagers, and it's an absolutely tragic situation. And Benjamin Netanyahu said that he would respond severely, and it appears that this is part of that severe response. And so with that in mind, let's go to CNN's Ben Wiedemann for more on this story.
Of course, we know that within the last half hour, there was a large explosion in what's known as the Harat Harek neighborhood of southern Beirut. That's an area where many of the leaders of Hezbollah have been known to operate. It is the first time the southern suburbs of Beirut have been hit since early January, when the Israelis killed a senior Hamas leader who was in that area. But as I said, this is the first strike since then, and Hezbollah has made it very clear all along that if Beirut is struck, they will answer accordingly. They have said that they will meet escalation with escalation in the aftermath of last Saturday's attack on the Golan, the Israeli-occupied Syrian Golan Heights that left 12 children dead. So perhaps this is the first major Israeli response to that attack.
Now, Israel claims that they carried out this strike in Beirut specifically to target a Hezbollah commander who they believe was part of orchestrating this attack that killed 12 members of the minority Druze community in the Golan Heights. However, the high-level Hezbollah commander, Fuad Shukr, has survived the Israeli strike that targeted him in the southern suburbs of Beirut, and that's according to a senior Lebanese government official who spoke to CNN. Now, so far, it's reported that 2 individuals have died, dozens of others, or I should say several others are injured. We don't have an exact number, and this is a developing story. And we don't have the identities of the 2 individuals who have been killed. We don't know if they're allegedly part of Hezbollah or if they were just innocent civilians who unfortunately lost their lives as a result of this strike. But now bigger questions are coming up in regard to whether, Lebanon or Hezbollah will retaliate and escalate this further.
Yeah, so I think this is really mixed news, and it's interesting, and I actually have a theory about it. Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it. So number one, they're much more measured in Lebanon than they are in Gaza. So here they hit only 1 building. In Gaza, they drop 2,000-pound bombs, devastate a whole neighborhood, walk away, don't care at all.
Yeah,
right?
they've leveled Gaza.
Yeah, and so in Lebanon, their civilian to fighter kill ratio is way better. And in this case, they hit 5 stories of a building, but none of the buildings nearby. Only 2 killed. That's a tragedy. Anytime anybody's killed, they might be civilians we don't know yet, right? But they could have killed a lot more. And so to me, the 2 biggest markers on the different sides is Hezbollah said, do not bomb Beirut. If you do, that's our red line. We will strike back severely. They did bomb Beirut. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if Israel wanted to provoke a war, they had a really easy opportunity here. And they could have dropped a giant bomb on Beirut and go, what? We were trying to hit Shukr. And so, oh, golly gee, are you guys upset? And that would have definitely provoked a war. And they didn't do that. So that leads to my theory. I think the Israeli military is reining Netanyahu in. And they're saying, enough, we can't fight on both fronts. You want us to keep going in Gaza when there's nobody left to capture. We're done in Gaza, but you want us to keep going. And I say that based on reports we're seeing out of Israel and here. And now you want us to attack Lebanon. But so they did it in a measured way, but they did hit Beirut. So I think they're trying to balance political interests within Israel, because the right wing definitely wants them to start a war, right? Ben-Gvir and Smotrich. So this bombing to me does not feel like it's something meant to start a broader war. So I'm a little bit relieved, if I'm being honest with you guys, and we always are. So, but now it's on Hezbollah not to overreact to this. Yes, the red line was crossed, but it wasn't that bad a bombing, and their leader didn't even get killed. So I know guys, it's ridiculous, but at the same time, we're trying to prevent a bigger war. So it's now on Hezbollah to not react. I hope they don't react at all, but if they do, it should be tiny and be done with this thing. You don't want a giant war.
I'm curious how aware Israeli civilians are about Itamar Ben-Gvir's absolute destruction of Israel's reputation on the international stage and just Israel overall, right? Because in regard to this precise targeted strike, you're right, it was very precise, Cenk, which leads me to believe that the IDF has the capability of doing targeted precise strikes, even in a capital like Beirut.
No, that's 100% right. And I don't want you guys to lose that in the midst of this very important story about whether there's going to be a broader war or not. It shows definitively, not just this strike, but every strike they've done in Lebanon.
That they're intentionally killing Palestinians in Gaza. That's what it shows.
They definitely know how to avoid civilian casualties if they want to, because they're largely doing it in Lebanon. And look at me giving them credit for doing it in Lebanon, but that also shows without any doubt at all that they meant to level Gaza, they meant to kill civilians, and they meant to absolutely destroy Gaza and its civilians. That's super obvious, and at this point, there's no debate left. It's just like hard right-wing Israeli supporters who are dead enders and who are like, no, the Palestinians were anti-Semitic, they made us kill them, blah, blah, blah. But no one else on planet Earth believes that anymore. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.